This is you, unfit, unmotivated, and unhappy. But guess what? I believe in you. You can change things, and losing weight isn't nearly as hard as you think. And by the way, no, you don't need to be working out all the time. I'm not gonna waste your time here. Trust me, this is the last video you're gonna watch on this topic. This video is not like the BS that you've watched before, so keep watching until the end and your life will change forever. But now, what is weight loss? On a daily basis, your body needs calories for energy, and as you get older, they are harder and harder to burn. But what if I told you that calories aren't your enemy? You've probably heard the lies before that calories are bad, which is true if you overeat, but the real enemy is what's in the food. If you want to lose weight, the simplest thing to do is cut out all sugar-filled drinks, which include soda, pop, iced tea, and even things like orange juice. The reason for this is because on average, a single glass of any of the drinks mentioned will have anywhere between 20 and 40 grams of sugar, which is nearly double the amount of sugar you should be having in an entire day, which most people don't even realize, resulting in them having multiple sugary drinks. But now, speaking of sugar, do you even know what it does to you? Well, to simplify it as much as possible, when you eat too much sugar, it creates extra insulin throughout your body, which can result in higher blood pressure, inflammation, diabetes, liver diseases, heart attacks, stroke, and the main enemy, weight gain. So now, what else should you do? Well, since you know that sugar is your #1 enemy and not calories, make sure you're cutting unnecessary things out like chocolate bars or snacks with anything above 5 grams of sugar. But let's talk about the other things that you need to be aware of. There's this big lie that weight is your enemy, but let me show you why it isn't by showing you two pictures. On the left is a female who is quite large, and on the right is a female who is a bodybuilder. And guess what? They actually have the exact same weight. And if you don't believe me, here's another example where both the man on the left and the right are actually the same weight too. The reason for this is because muscle actually weighs more than fat, and if you don't believe me, this is what 5 pounds of fat looks like, and this is what 5 pounds of muscle looks like. So with this in mind, the real thing that you need to be focusing on is how to lose fat. So how do we do this? As I already mentioned, make sure to eliminate sugar as much as possible in both food and drinks, since it's your #1 enemy. But one of the things that you may not have thought of is that you actually need to fix your sleep. Sleep is arguably one of the most important things that so many people forget, because if you fail to sleep enough, it impacts your body's natural ability to process and metabolize food. But now, on top of fixing your sleep habits, you also need to be ingesting tons of water. Instead of drinking the sugary drinks, which are engineered to get you addicted and gain weight, water actually suppresses your appetite, meaning you won't overeat, while also boosting your metabolism, and it also makes exercise easier and more efficient. But now, speaking of exercise, how important is it? Well, in terms of actually burning calories, it does help, but the real benefit of exercise is how it makes you feel. Think of the last time you did a run or lifted weights versus sitting on the couch binging Netflix. Sure, the run and the weights may have sucked in the moment, but after you felt so much better because you accomplished something that would boost your confidence. While on the other hand, maybe you did enjoy that show on Netflix, but after you still felt a cloud of guilt and depression over you because you really didn't do anything. The reason for this is because when you work out, not only do you burn fat, gain muscle, and boost your confidence, but as you work out, your body releases endorphins, which helps relieve pain, reduce stress, and improve your well-being. But now, speaking of stress, did you know that this can also negatively affect your fat loss journey? The reason for this is because when you're in a state of stress, it negatively impacts your body's natural functions. One study actually found that on average, women who stressed more during a 24-hour period burned less fat, and over the span of a year, this could actually result in 11 pounds of weight gain. So now that you know all of this, let's summarize exactly what you need to do. Eliminate all sugar or as much sugar as you can. Make sure you fix your sleep schedule and sleep as much as you possibly can. Drink water as your first choice of drink. Make sure you're exercising, even if it's just a 30-minute walk a day to start off. Reduce stress, eat clean food options rather than fast food, don't overeat, and focus more on your overall composition rather than the number on the scale. Oh, and I almost forgot, this is gonna be hard. You're gonna want to give up, but I believe in you. This is going to be a marathon and not a sprint, but once you achieve your goals, I can promise you that you will be the happiest you've ever been with a ton of confidence. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe.